The Netflix show Love is Blind is trending today after the dramatic final episode of season 3 was released this morning. Don't worry, no spoilers here, but this season certainly has many talking about toxic relationships and women settling for less than they deserve.
Do you think I should have any reservations?
Are you kidding me? We should just swap fiancés.
I'm having feelings for multiple women right now.
She's not the girl we see you with. The person that I love doesn't love me.
Tell me how to stay, because I'm out.
I'd approach you in a bar too, by the way.
Yeah.
We'd approach each other. Looks matter.
Ouch, looks matter isn't exactly the point of the show, where couples are supposed to fall in love with each other's personalities before seeing one another. Fans particularly hurting for Nancy and Zenab. Their partners Bartise and Cole didn't shy away from sharing that they proposed to women who weren't exactly their type.
Anywhere she goes, she's gonna have heads turning, right? But I kind of experienced that same thing. We both are the attention getters.
80% of the women in the world, like less than a 7, I gave you a 9 out of 10.
You're a 9 out of 10. But she's a 10 out of 10.
We're joined now by social media editor Nicole Marcus, who has written about the newest season and the concerns that have come from some of the cast members' interactions. Nicole, one of the most cringeworthy moments that was trending online was when Bartise openly insulted Nancy's appearance and gushed over Raven. So let's just roll the clip and analyze after.
Raven's like the typical girl that I would go after in the real world. Like, if she came down, she wearing the tight clothes, I was like, okay, she's a smoke show. She's I was like, okay. Me and Raven connected in pods because we were so similar, and they see Raven, they see me, they say, okay, that's the person I want to go talk to because they look good.
So Nicole, Bartise has said love isn't blind. After all of this, do you think this couple can actually work?
I honestly don't think so. I think personally, if I was in that situation and somebody who I was with was saying those things to me, I don't know how I could ever move past it. Not because my love for them would diminish in any way, but more just because I would always feel insecure in that relationship, knowing that that person was looking at other people and kind of thinking that I wasn't enough. So that was really difficult. And me personally, I wouldn't go through with it, but I can't say, and I can't speak for their relationship as a whole.
Now, you say the women in this season have been manipulated. What message do you think this season of Love is Blind is sending to women as a whole, and how should they respond?
I think, again, it's kind of difficult to say without knowing the outcome of the last episodes. I will say in past seasons, I really appreciated how some of the women have responded to comments that the men have made, particularly Deep D, when at her wedding she was saying, I won't accept this. And I think that is a good message that can be sent. I think Love is Blind is a really interesting show as a whole, just because you can't ever put yourself in that kind of situation of knowing what it would be like, especially in that fast of a timeline. And I think Love is Blind is one of the only shows that's really transparent about how fast it's going. Other reality shows, I'm sure, are filmed in similar timelines, but it doesn't necessarily get explicitly said how fast that's going. And Love is Blind is like, okay, you're going to meet and you're going to get married in a month, and that's what it's going to be. So I think that's really interesting as well, because we know how fast it is. And because of that, it's kind of harder to put ourselves in their shoes. But I think as a whole, the women have been standing up for themselves when necessary. And I think that's really important and something that should not be overlooked.
That's what we can hope for in the last 2 episodes. I know we have both watched it. We know what happens. So Love is Blind fans will just have to hunker down tonight, watch those final episodes. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.